Howdy folks, welcome back to Plumbing with Tim. In today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating to you how to replace parts to an old American Standard shower valve. There we go. Look at this thing. Give me a comment down below. Let me know if you've ever seen anything like this. It's an American Standard. See that? Right there. Let's see if we can get this plate off. Nice and easy. This thing is older than I am. It's hard to believe. You take this handle off first. This valve is actually a push and pull, and you turn it to make sure hot and cold. Don't lose that little Allen wrench screw right there, okay? Nice and easy. Let's take that handle off. There we go. You've heard me say this quite a few times. On these old plumbing fixtures, it's a lot easier to break them than it is to fix them. Now that we got the handle off, we're going to back these screws off. And there she is. This house is vacant right now at the point, and they're remodeling this whole thing. Guys came in here, they didn't want to redo the shower or do anything like that, and they ended up painting the tile. And when they did, the plate was crooked. Look at that. That's, whatever. Anyways, let's see what we're working with here. All right, here's a little bag of parts that I was given. A whole lot of tiny little moving parts in there and everything, and tried downloading a diagram, and it's kind of fuzzy. So we got to be careful taking this apart. Understand that what comes out has to go back in. Look way back up in there. There's two flathead screws, and this internal part has to come off of here. So we've got to be really mindful of everything we're doing here, because I don't want to lose parts and forget how to put them all back in. That one's loose. See if we get the second one. Now this thing's been in here since the early 60s. All right, we got those loosened up now. Nice and easy as she goes. I don't want to lose those screws down to the wall. Tricky business there. Look how nice those brass screws are. Like the day that they're put in. Really nice. All right, really nice and easy. I'm going to shake that a little bit. See if we can just pull this thing out. Just like that. There are some parts up in there that we're going to have to service. Bring it over here so we'll work on this. Now, if you look closely up in there, see there's two little rubber gaskets at the top and one of the rubber seals in the middle cylindrical part of the valve. Let's get back to the main chunkiness of what we pulled out. All right, let's take a moment and take a look at this assembly and stuff. This is where the handle is. You see it's push and pull and turn and all that good stuff. But what we need to do is get inside of here, and it is spring loaded. There are some parts in here that have got to come out. And I'll show you this bag of parts that we have here. A couple large springs, look like a couple push levers, a couple seats, not really sure about the rest of this stuff, and some more little rubber O-rings and some sort of a cap here. You need to find a way to get these off of here. It's got a flat head slot on there, plus also for a wrench. I'm gonna have to get some sort of wrench on there and take this out. All right, but I don't want it all come flying out and forgetting how to put the thing back together. So give me a second so I can get these loosened up. All right, nice and easy. We're going to do one at a time here. Can you see that? Ouch. I'm going to take one of these off. Nice and easy. Okay, we don't want it to go flying all over the place. There we go. See inside there? Those are little screens. Okay. I have to find a way to get this handle off here and be able to take this out so we can service some number, because this is the only place that I can see where it would require to have springs in here and these little guys. All right, so we got both of the top little caps off there. Inside here are springs and all those parts and everything, but I don't know if you can see that or not. There's little screens that are in there, and I'm not going to be able to save them, so we're just going to have to get in here, little pick, and pull this mess out of here like this. Nice and easy. You got to come out. And there we go. That's kind of what's left of that little spring, which used to look like this. Along with it popped out this little guy. See that? It's supposed to look like that. All right, see down inside there? Those are the seats. Gonna have a special wrench to get them out of there. And the seats actually, they look like this. Have a rubberized gasket on the end of it. See that? All right, so we've got to get a seat wrench to get that out of there. Seats are in there. Seat tool. Come on, be nice to me. Hold on a second. I got that one to turn. Let's see if we can back it off the rest of the way by hand. And I'll show you. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. It's almost out. Hold on, pay a little patience. Okay. There comes the seat. See it? One end's got the threads to it and everything as a rubberized area. We got one more that's got to come out. All right, I got her rope loose. She's coming out. There she comes. Tricky business here. You just got to take time. Lots and lots of moving little parts around here. All right, I almost got it. Let's see if I can smack it out of there. I'm gonna have to use a pick. Something, get it out of there. Come on, nice and easy. There she is. Yeah, the rubberized ends of these seats, they're all boogered up. It's just creating a void, making it so it won't stop running. Let's go ahead and get our new seats put in right now. There's one of the new ones, thread end down. Just have to take your time with this stuff. Get the second one, drop that down there too. You're gonna probably need a little pick or something to get them down in there and get them straightened up. Whatever you do, you need to make sure that those line up. So you're not putting your wrench in here and all of a sudden you're cross-threading things. That's a bad deal. Get that started by hand. Sitting the same done on this side. Nice and easy, no cross-threading here. Take your time. Tighten them down real good. There we go. There's one. Here comes the second. Nice and snug. There we go. All right, the next part we need to put down, now the seats are in there, are these little pistons. Now look at the difference. This is a new one. See how it's got that rounded edge? Here's an old one. It's wore out. There's nothing left of it. But pay attention now. These pistons, you need to do is get them hooked on to the end with a spring, kind of like that, so they're not going to go anywhere. Then go ahead and drop them down where the seats are. Kind of like that. See that, how it's sitting? I'll show you how to do that again. The end of these springs have got like a little line in there, right? So you're going to want to take these and spin them so they're inside that whole approach, like that. So it's holding the spring into place. See that? All right, we're going to drop this other one back down here. Down in the hole. There you go. We got both springs, pistons, and seats with gaskets in there. Now we simply got to put our caps back on. Remember, there's nothing left of those little screens, so they're not going back in. Okay, here's our caps. Hope you guys can see this all right. There's a lot of moving parts up inside this thing, so you got to take your time, be careful. Let's get one started there. I seem to have lost my second one. It is here, right there. There we go. Let's get that second cap started. Then we can back them all up on there and put this back into the assembly. When we put this assembly back together, this little rod that's in the middle, I'm going to apply some plumber's grease in there to make sure that it has smooth operation of pulling the handle in and out. It's hard to do this with one hand. There's our little plumbing grease. Let's get the assembly back together. Nice and easy. There we go. There it is. And the holes lined up, and put them screws back in. Get this faceplate put back in here. There we go. We'll line that up with that nice paint job somebody did. And we'll get our screws drove in there and our handle to wrap this thing up. Our handle, there's a little Allen wrench hole right there. And there it is on the stem. Right there, so that's what we got to line up. There we go, right there. Now we got to get our screw in there. Almost there. Almost there. Get it in there, get it snug. Like that. So now we have our action. Turn it on, pull it out, back and forth. Back off. Let's wrap this thing up.
Gonna do it for this one. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching. Parts being replaced to an old American Standard shower valve. I'm not sure where the kits come from, so don't ask me that. We just had some in the shop. Did you notice that when we ended up taking those caps off the top and everything, those were screens that were on there, and they'd never been out. So that's the first time that valve has been serviced since the early 60s. And the rebuild kit didn't come with the screens to put over top of the springs and stuff like that. Anyway about it, make sure you don't lose any of those screws or any of that business down in the wall, or set it somewhere where you can't find it back, because chances are you're not going to be able to find those parts. Got any comments, questions, leave them down below, and don't forget to keep plumbing.